Hello everybody, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm the INSANEBRIT and this is this month's update video for October 2023. We're going to be talking about lots of different things from FIFA, which I'll get to in a little bit. Series are ending, and then plans for FIFA, upcoming series, etc, etc, and playthroughs I'm planning on doing in the future, which I never normally talk about, but I just got a list of games that I'm going to round off along, but don't worry, they are kind of one type of game, but at the same time they're going to have to be mixed in with a bunch of other games as well. So when I read this list off, don't be like, oh my god, he's gone JRPG crazy. I kind of have, but at the same time, I also know not to overdo it with those particular playthroughs because they are quite long, but they're just games I'm very much interested in playing. So let's start off with the numbers on my YouTube channel. So as of right now, we have 3,548 people subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. You know, slowly but surely, just I'm grateful for every single one of you. I only get like one or two here and there. Maybe it adds up to 10, 20 per month. It is what it is, but I'm still grateful. And slowly but surely, we climb the mountain, and that's just the way it is for me. And I'm pretty much okay with that. It is what it is. So yeah, in terms of content, now I know a lot you guys can have a lot to say about FIFA, probably where's the new FIFA, blah blah blah. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the series that is ending on the channel right now, and there's quite a lot of them in September. So FIFA 23 content this week will end. I will release the Saudi League, last video of that. FIFA 23, one more last goal of the week will come out. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 5 will end, and of course Black Ops Cold War has ended now officially. It's in the completed playthrough section. And of course Persona 5 Royal, which has been a long playthrough, it will end this week, and I'm going to give you a tip note on that. If you're interested in Persona or like the ending battles or whatever it is, obviously I'd say watch all 5 videos because it's imperative, but at the same time, if you're looking for a specific video, the 2 videos I would say is Thursday I have a massive battle, and I have put that in 4K for you guys. And also I have the last video, which is a talking segment, but it's like to wrap up the story as a whole, etc, etc. So yeah, those are the series that are ending, of course, and then we have series starting up. But before I delve into what's starting up, etc, and talking about FIFA, let's talk about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. For me, it was a good game. I enjoyed it. The story was decent. I didn't like all the repetitive stuff. We had to repeat aspects of it, but I understood that it was like simplified. It wasn't overly boring. I just wish they gave us like more varied missions, like instead of repeating the same mission over and over again with different scenarios to conclude the story, etc, to find out the information. But I got the premise of what they were doing. I just wish there was 1 or 2 more missions different, rather than just repeat the same thing. That kind of annoyed me a little bit, but whatever. It is what it is. Short game, they always are, 7 or 8 hours, it's fine. Those videos were shorter. A lot of you have latched on, or a lot of people latched on. I had 150 views on the last Call of Duty video, the story campaign anyway, and which I don't normally get those kind of views unless it's a FIFA simulation. So whatever, you know, it's good. Hopefully people stuck around and stayed. Like I said, moving forward, everything will be in 4K. So, but I did enjoy that game. We'll be playing more Call of Duty. The next one is Vanguard, but I'll get to that at another point in time. I don't know, later on. So yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 5, the next one, Season 6, starts up on Wednesday. No, you know what, actually, I'm going to skip that because that's coming up, actually, in what I'm doing. So, Persona 5 Royal, I thought was a fantastic game. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. It's a masterpiece, one of my favourite games of all time now, so my like top 10 or whatever. Absolutely loved it. I spent 150 hours on the game. I did all the side content, main story as well, grinding. It was all in there. I squeezed 150 hours into about 110 videos. Like I said, parts 109 and 110 of the last 2, but I'd recommend definitely watching, etc. So it's been a long playthrough. I know it's taken months to get out, but it's been a fantastic playthrough, and if you don't have to wait for me anymore to complete it, it's in the complete playthrough section. By Friday it'll be all done, so you guys can just marathon it, go through it at your own pace, whatever. I know it's taken forever to come out, and that's just the thing with JRPGs in general. And we'll be having more of them coming up at some point, but like I said, I'm going to break them up as much as possible. So that covers basically what was on my channel, where it's closed off now. Before we get into what's coming out this month, I am going to talk about JRPGs to play in the future. I do have a list, and we have Yakuza Inshin, which is the next kind of one I want to play in the Yakuza series that came out. Yakuza, the man that erased his own name, which has been announced recently. We have Judgment 1 and 2, which is in the Yakuza universe. They made Yakuza 5 Like a Dragon or whatever, so it's in that universe. Then we have a new one coming out as well as the man who erased his own name. We have Yakuza Infinite Wealth, which has been announced, which is the next one in the Yakuza Like a Dragon series, I believe. Then we have Persona 3 Reloaded, that comes out January, but again, whenever I get around to playing it, I don't know. And then, of course, we have Persona 5 Strikers, which is the next game, I believe, or the DLC of Persona 5, but I don't know when I'm going to be playing that, so Lord knows, but we'll be bouncing around to other things before we get there. So there's a lot of JRPGs, especially in the UK Yakuza universe, so yeah, but again, they're not going to be seen for a while. I'll be bouncing around X, Y, and Z games, because though, like, in terms of you guys watching a particular playthrough and don't want to watch the same game, I don't want to play the same kind of game, you know what I mean? Over and over again. That'd be like playing 7 Call of Duties back to back. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. That would drive me nuts. I wouldn't want to do that. It wouldn't be fun. So I've got to pick and choose when I, make that choice to play those games, but at the same time break it up with other content as well. Also, I want to talk about chill games as well. And what I mean by chill games is, slow-paced games, which are like indie games sometimes. Sometimes they're just story narrative, simple games. Man, there's a bunch I want to play that are up. I'll give you an example. Coffee Talk, a chill game. I play maybe some shooter or something, or maybe it's a Yakuza game, and then I'll play Coffee Talk, which is like a chill game. Just to break it up, it's different, and it's just like a relaxing week of just, I have my views and opinions on it, but it'll be a more simplified game. Maybe you guys can, if you enjoy that kind of thing. But I'll be playing more of those up and coming, but they'll be mixed with like bigger games and stuff. So, and they're also interesting stories that I wouldn't have been into as such. So it's a new thing for me. I've grown as a content creator in respects this year. In respects to Persona, JRPGs, which I never would have touched in a million years. Never would have touched. Too long, too big, just a pain to record and everything else. Look at 150 hours for Persona, etc. And that's with me doing 20 videos per month, etc. And now I'm doing like chill games, which is again something totally new for me. But I'm enjoying them, and I'll break away from the main story or the main game that I'm playing in the month, etc., etc. So they're up and coming. I'll spread them around as much as possible. I won't keep doing them. I think one starts up in November, but they're relatively short anyway. They're not like 20, 30, 40-hour games. They're chill games. They're like 8 hours max. So we'll see what happens with that moving forward. And like I said, November, one will be starting up, not in October, November. So yeah, and I'll obviously not going to talk about what it is just yet, but it is what it is. That'll be for next month's content. Okay, so chill games are coming out. My plans for EA FC, or whatever they're going to call it, I can't remember. I don't even know what they called it right now. I've been calling it EA Sports FC. I don't know, whatever. So I think most people got EA FC, whatever. So what are my plans? Well, first and foremost, I didn't want to pay £90 for it to get it days and days early, which probably, I won't lie, would have benefited my channel all day long. At the same time, I have enough faith in my content to not have to play it on day one. Maybe it's a bit stupid, I mean, let's be honest. But at the same time, I won't pay £90, and I'll have it. And FIFA Sims will take place on... we have, what's the Brighton game? We've got Brighton on Wednesday. That I've already done a FIFA Sim for that. That's out on Monday. And then on the Wednesday, I will do another one for Sunday's game, which I'm not too sure we got. Whatever. And then after that will be a FIFA simulation on the new FIFA game. Career mode. I'm hoping it comes out Thursday night, technically Friday at 12. I will start a career mode with Chelsea Football Club. And my rules for this will be to buy nobody, to add nobody to the club. I will go with what we've got, and I'm already excited for the type of football I'm going to play, We can hire some coaches in it. I've looked at people playing it and stuff, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, this looks really good. I'm already excited to know what I'm going to do a little bit. We'll go down the process of creating my persona, or me, in the game. Hopefully, I can get the closest person I can to look like me in the game, etc. We'll go down the team itself, who I'm going to loan out, who is going to, or no, who's going to actually be there, who's going to be loaned out, and who's going to play in the first team, who's not going to play in the first team. So it should be very, very interesting. I'm very excited for it. I ain't been hyped for a while, but I'm definitely, after seeing FIFA and what you can do with it, I'm definitely hyped for it. So FIFA, what I will do is part 1, hopefully at Thursday night, technically Friday at 12, just say a 1 in the morning, doesn't matter. I'll record it on the Friday. I'll process it because it has to be put in 4K. It will be released on Friday, I'm hoping. Friday 6 o'clock at night, Friday 5 o'clock, doesn't matter, sometime around that area, time. After that, I will do another one which will come out Sunday, okay, just so we got 2 hours plus of EA FIFA, whatever, you know. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that on Sunday. COD season, now this is interesting as well, actually. I'm going to be quite busy. So season 5 of oh yeah, sorry, before we move on to season 5 of Call of Duty, so as I do FIFA parts 1 and 2, hopefully, then I won't make no transfers. However, if you are subscribed to the channel, in the community tab, after I've completed Chelsea's career mode, you will have a vote to put me where you want. We didn't go to Italy last year, but that's fine. Maybe I'll go to Italy, Germany, we have Spain to go to, maybe Portugal, maybe back to Saudi Arabia. But that will be up to you. I'll put the choices out there, and you guys will vote after my Chelsea career mode about where to put me next, and we'll go there and what have you. Maybe you'll put me at Barcelona this time instead of Real Madrid. Yeah, Felix is there now. I don't know. It's up to you. I have no control over that, so that's going to be interesting. And in the next FIFA career mode, I will make changes. I will move players out. I will buy goalkeepers and strikers and wingers, people who I want in the team as a fresh team. It would be mine to dictate. This year, like I said, or like every year, Chelsea, I don't really get rid of players. I just simply use what I have and try and progress as much as we can in the league. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So FIFA Sims are going to be coming back. Of course, I'll do FIFA Goal of the Week, and I'll do some tips if I can make any tutorial videos on something that I see that I want to do. And also FIFA Career. So they're going to be, you know, coming back or whatever. FIFA 24, as it were, EA FC. So yeah, that's all happening. And yeah, moving on to Call of Duty Season 6. We're getting 2 new maps. I've seen the 2 maps. They look pretty good. Now this is interesting because it comes out on Wednesday, okay? But it comes out late on Wednesday. That's 6 o'clock, which I don't have time to record then. I just don't. So I will probably record. Technically, I could do it that night or at least on the Thursday. If I record on the Thursday, I will do a rundown of what we get in Season 6. I will then play the game as well, so if you're not happy with the rundown, seeing what we got in Season 6, you can just skip that and jump straight to the gameplay. It's up to you, right? It's all in one video anyway. So yeah, I'll do a rundown on Thursday, and I will do the gameplay. Obviously, we'll play the new maps and stuff, and then I will probably try and record another one for Sunday as well, or for COD Sunday. So, so yeah, I'll be doing that. For Season 6. Should be interesting. I don't know what I expect from it. I know we get a bunch of new packs. I don't think I'll be buying a new pack. I think a spawn pack comes out, but I feel like with all the packs they're releasing right now, it's too late in the day. I know they pass over to Modern Warfare 3, but I just don't care. I'm not going to waste COD points. So I've got like 2,700 or is it 3,700? I don't know. Maybe 1,000, 1,100 for Season 6, and then I'll just keep the COD points for the next game. A lot of repeat series on the channel, but still, it's what you're here for. COD, FIFA, etc. And then everything else is just a bonus at this point, I believe. So anyway, so we talked about chill games, talked about EAFC, Call of Duty Season 6. Now, it is October and people do horror games. I know there's great horror games out there. I'm not really a horror person. I know a lot of you wanted me to play horror games. I'm not really interested in them overall. The most horror-esque game I've played is The Walking Dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever season. What was it? The Mexican Family last time I think I played. Whatever it was, I can't remember. But again, you call them horror, you don't call them horror. I think they're just fun, entertaining you know, as I like The Walking Dead, the show, there's also another Walking Dead game coming out as well, which I'll play at some point. They want 30, 40 quid for it. I still ain't paying it. At least not. Anyway, even if I did pay it, I wouldn't play it right now anyway. So basically, guys, ironically, I thought, you know what, I had this in the works, but I thought, you know what, it's October, it's horrorish. I'm going to play The Walking Dead Season 5, which I never got to play or never got around to playing. It's been about a year or two. I bought it like a year ago, even though it's been out since 2018 or whatever. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start playing that. And so The Walking Dead Season 5 will be October's game coming out this month. But of course, I do 2 games per month, and we have to replace Persona. Of course, The Walking Dead Season 5 will be in 4K. I'll have to put it in 4K. It's going to be a pain in the backside to do all the videos, because there's episode 1, part 2, episode 3. It's just a pain to do it in 4K. Like, have to it's just annoying. It's just one of those things, right, as a creator, just so I remember what videos what and what comes out. It's just annoying. Anyway, that's not your problem though. So what replaces Persona? Because what do you call it? Walking Dead isn't going to last a month or whatever it is, or 2 months or what have you. I need another game, don't I? So this could be open world. I have Mafia, etc., etc. However, I did make a promise to you. I made a couple of promises to you. I made a promise that I would get a new PC. I've done that, etc. And I've got a bunch of other little promises that I was going to make regarding upgrades and stuff like that to this channel. And to be honest with you, I didn't expect to be able to do 4K, and I've done that, and I'm like, oh, this is great. So you got better quality moving forward. But the next big game, as something else I promised you, I deleted the entirety of the playthrough off of my channel because it was the PS4 Pro screwed it up, and you heard like a vacuum when I was trying to talk or play the game. You just heard that over and over again. I deleted the playthrough. Over 50 hours of content, 50 videos, 50 hours of my work gone. And ironically, it said how much views I lost from that, because it has X amount of views. If you delete 100,000 video, a video of 100,000 views, you lose it off your channel, right? Hence the cookie review videos gone, etc. So when I deleted the Red Dead Redemption playthrough, I lost 700 views. When I kind of laughed at that, because I thought to myself, I get 400 to 500 views per day anyway, so in 1 or 2 days to get those views back on various videos, but I still get them back. So essentially, guys, I have decided to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I've replayed it for you in its entirety. I know more about the game now than I did when I first played it, because obviously I played it before. I'm not a big fan of going back and playing games. I'm just not. It depends on what game it is. Red Dead was a ruined playthrough. I owed you that much. I knew it was a game worthy of replaying. Ironically, they have announced that Red Dead Redemption will be coming out on the PS5, and I'm like, well, I've already replayed this game, so I'm like, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother with the PS5 version, and it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm gonna put all mine in 4K. So, you know, you're gonna have Red Dead Redemption in 4K. Regardless, and the PS5 version might come out in December, it might come out in January, February, I don't know, next year, couldn't tell you. But we'll be in the process of releasing Red Dead Redemption, and as Red Dead Redemption's going on, I'll be playing other games in the backdrop for you guys, etc. So yeah, so this month's games coming out: EAFC, whatever, Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Season 6, and of course The Walking Dead Season 5, the final season. And of course, like I said, we do have another Walking Dead game coming out. I don't know what it's called. It's basically based on the actual the show, I believe, isn't it? If I can find it, just out of interest. Where are we now? Blah 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 blah. It is The Walking Dead Destinies. Yeah, that's what it's called. So you can change the story, the narrative, and stuff like that. You know, like I said, in terms of replaying games, which I don't like normally doing, I'll be replaying The Last of Us Part 1. I'll be replaying that in the PS5 version at some point. Then we've got number 2 as well. Yeah, so there's loads of other games. I mean, I still ain't played God of War, Spider-Man, stuff like that. So, you know, and then we've got Spider-Man Miles Morales as the next game. And then Spider-Man 2, which they've come out with, where you can be 2 Spider-Man specifically. So, you know. But yeah, I'm going to have to process all these videos each week and release them, put them in 4K for you guys. What else have I got going on here? But basically that's it in terms of content. In terms of my debt being paid down, I have paid a huge chunk of my debt off, and I can slowly but surely try and reinvest in the channel moving forward. Little things here and there, maybe not big to you, but just things that needed to be done. So I wanted a new headset maybe. This one is like just been worn out and I haven't even used it. I only use it to talk to you guys. I don't even really use it to talk to friends online or anything like that. I don't bother with it anymore. A new keyboard and mouse. I've had this current one for 8 years. Just never replaced it. And of course, maybe the bigger thing, obviously, is a new card catcher, which I feel that I need. I want to upgrade with all my new tech. Obviously, I've got my new PC and stuff, so I might do an unboxing. And what I'll do is I'll buy all the stuff in respects to not the card catcher. I'll wait because that's quite expensive at £200. But I'll buy the mouse, keyboard, and the mouse pad, which is like a nice custom one that I've seen. I'm not going to go into it because it's like a nice surprise kind of thing. Well, I think it's really cool and I like it, and I'm going to get a really big one as well. It's like the new theme of like having these massive ones now which go across your desk, which is pretty cool. I don't mind it. So I'm going to be buying one of those. So what I'll do is I'll buy all that stuff and do an unboxing. So I won't do it individually. I'll just be like, hey guys, I've got a new setup. Here it is. My keyboard, mouse, whatever, and mouse pad or whatever it is. Mouse pad? Whatever, I don't know, but yeah, I'm excited to do that. So it's just simple things. I was thinking about spending £100 on a keyboard, a Razer one, but I'm like, you know what, I don't want to spend £100 on a keyboard. I don't think it's worth it. Not for me. I don't really PC game like that. I just want something that looks cool. I'm going to get a nice white one to match my PC and stuff like that. I was in terms of the headset, I was thinking about getting another Razer one, a cheaper one maybe, like 50 quid. I mean, the newest one that's come out is 170, but again, I don't really care enough to pay that much for it, so I might just pay like 50, 60 quid and get a Razer one that's like an older version. But I'm fine with that. Doesn't really bother me. Also thought about investing in a new phone. I got the iPhone 6, which is way old as hell, and it's just like not doing voice messages or anything now. I don't know why. It's just a pain in the backside when it comes to hearing phone calls. I've got to put everyone on loudspeaker. It's weird. So I might end up doing that, but I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet. Might get it on contract. Might get an iPhone 13. So I've really upgraded. I know the 15's out now, but I weren't going to pay that kind of money for that. I don't care enough about phones to be paying X and Y and Z nearly £1,000 for it. It's crazy. Unless I had that kind of money to just frivolous throw away on a phone. But again, I don't use my phone too much like that. So, you know, iPhone 13 is perfect for me kind of thing. I think it's like £18 a month or something silly like that on contract. But, you know, it is what it is. So hopefully I'll get to do that. But again, I don't know. I haven't made any decision on that. I've got other things like the card catcher to buy. And all the rest of it, and you know, reinvesting myself a little bit after saving forever for this PC and my debt being paid back. Also I want a new Xbox, but again, that's going to have to wait. I want the card catcher first, maybe the keyboard and mouse thing, and then get rid of that, and then everything else can be dedicated to a new Xbox. So that would be interesting. That's up and coming. I don't know when that's going to be. I'm just planning on doing that. I don't know when that's going to happen, but you know, stay tuned. That happen in X and Y Z amount of time, and I'll inform you of that. Obviously, there'll be an unboxing video of that stuff whenever I get it. So it is what it is. Not much else to talk about at this point now. How long are we in this video for anyway? 23 minutes. I will say on Chelsea Football Club, you know, we're not doing so well. It's a project. It's growing. It has to grow. It's got to be allowed to develop. I'm not for calling for the manager to be sacked and everything. I think we've got a young team. We've got a lot of injuries as well. It's not a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not one of what's the word? I'm really looking for a specific word now, and I can't think what it is. It's not representation of what he can do based on the fact we have 11 injuries with Fofana out. Reece James always injured, let's be honest. And Nkuku's out, so, you know, it's just a pain in the backside. We're not been able to divulge. I did say that Sanchez, I wasn't going to be the number one goalkeeper next year. Sanchez has come okay, good in the past few matches. So it's only been 6 games anyway. I said I might be proven wrong. And I haven't got a problem if I'm proven wrong. Hell, you know, we want a successful goalkeeper. We don't want to have to keep forking out loads of money. So hopefully he's like, you know, comes good long term. And yeah, it's growing pains. We just have to wait every single week. By the way, the FIFA simulation that I did yesterday, at this point I have to say we are in a fantasy world. we are in the Matrix and we're trying to find a way out, because that result was no way going to happen in real life. It'd be a miracle. Or maybe hell, maybe Pochettino does a miracle on Wednesday. It is what it is. So that covers about Chelsea. Not much else, too much to say. You know, maybe we should have bought a striker you know, maybe we're looking at one in January. I don't know. Sesko or Vlahovic, I don't know. We had the option to buy and we refused to, or the manager did. So I'm not too sure. It is what it is. I'd love to see Osimhen at Chelsea. Whether that happens or not, I don't think it will. But there you go. Also, one last thing I will say in terms of shows that I'd recommend watching, and that is, I think I mentioned it last month, I'm not too sure, but Megan, or Megan, I think it's Megan, where it's a doll, it's like a version of Chucky, but it's modern times. It's really good, representation of how AI can actually start interfering and stuff like that, you know, even becoming like a parent to the child and the child being attached to the doll. It's quite interesting, like up-to-date stuff. It's really good. I definitely recommend watching it. Also, the final show that I will recommend watching, especially, I'm not really into gore, and a lot of movies have gore in it, and they're like, oh, look at this movie, it's rated 18, we've got loads of blood, and they're trying to throw that at you like it's a good movie, and often enough those movies are shit, just with a lot of gore, and it doesn't really do well. It's not. You've got some classics that do gore, and they're brilliant, but a lot of like modern movies, which are B-rated movies, just have a load of blood thrown around on the screen. Oh, look at how bloody it is and how epic this movie is. It's not even a good story, it's very crap, and the gore is just to make it an 18 rated, and it's just not very good. It really isn't. So the one I'm recommending is Evil Dead Rises. It's got lots of gore in it, but it's got a fantastic story. The story is decent. The gore slowly seeps in and comes later into the film. And this is like a good story, and it's about a mother who's in a house with her kids, and this demon comes from a book or whatever, and it attaches itself to her, and then she goes crazy and does some fucked up shit, and then it starts to infect everybody in the house, kind of thing. I don't want to give too much away. That's basically the premise, but it's a really good movie. It goes from a horror movie with gore to almost Resident Evil-esque type monster in it. It's quite decent. You know, creepy as fuck, really. So I definitely recommend that if you're into like horror or Resident Evil and stuff like that. It's a really good one, especially for Halloween coming up, as I said. It's October, which I don't really care for October so much. Like, I just know it's Halloween, and loads of people play horror games on their channels and stuff. But other than that, I don't really acknowledge it too much. It just doesn't bother me. I think I went trick-or-treating years ago when I was a kid, but other than that, like, don't really have any, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Maybe there's a horror theme on Netflix or something that they throw out there. Of course, you can always check out that section, the horror section, I suppose they've got up and running. But yeah, definitely Evil Dead Rises. That's on Netflix, I believe. The Megan one, I believe, was on Now TV. So if you've got Now TV, you can check that out. Or maybe it's on Amazon Prime for rent. I don't know. But definitely two movies I definitely recommended. Both horror-esque movies for October. Of course, Halloween Kills was okay. I thought it was actually, no, I thought it was a good movie. A lot of people hated it. Well, I spoke about that a few months ago. But again, whatever, it's the last Halloween. I don't know. They might make another one. I don't even know how that's going to play out. But yeah, those are my movie recommendations. Evil Dead Rises, definitely a great movie. Definitely recommend watching it. Well, guys, that about covers it for my content and everything else. Health-wise, I'm fine. Nothing, no issues going on. It's weird because the past couple of months I had my back was hurting me. I couldn't breathe 1 month. Man, I don't know what the hell's going on, you know, it's crazy. But yeah, this month I've been absolutely fine, so it is what it is. Alright guys, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links are in the description below. Donate to me via the Super Thanks or whatever, or PayPal, is up to you. All the money will go invested into my channel, obviously. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.